When
Yeah.
the imports are in play, they just give it to the import, and the import just goes crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've seen Tony Harris go for 100, and it's
I think my dad kind of described how imports were. They were
insane.
sent to spice up the league, but they ended up as the main course. It's just a level of of talent, and like coaches recognize that, so they're like, okay, we'll give it to the import, and we'll let him create, and that's
So
just really what happened.
if you
Yeah,
remember how they won against China to even get to that gold medal game,
yeah,
Justin Brownlee hit some impossible shots in that game.
right,
Justin Brownlee turned into Kobe Bryant for that
yeah,
game.
yeah,
Even Yao Ming was shaking his head. Nothing
Mhm.
against the Philippine team or anything like that. But without Justin Brownlee hitting those shots, they wouldn't have won gold.
yeah,
And even when they beat China in the World Cup,
right,
they just gave the ball to Jordan Clarkson,
yeah,
obviously NBA level talent, and let him
right,
cook. There was no difference. Give it to the import and let him cook. And as fans, right? As fans, we look again. We're fans of the PBA. We're fans of the
Mhm.
Philippine team.
Right.
We want the PBA to be great. We want
Right.
Gilas to be great. But
yeah,
it's not gonna happen if there is no fundamental change in how things are run.
right,
We've seen the difference between the Gilas team that played with Justin Brownlee, and we've also seen that Gilas team that played with essentially a college team that beat Korea
yep,
twice.
yep,
This is under a system that essentially forced them to play as a team and maximize the talent that was on the team. Take
right,
note, this is a college team. These are not pros.
yep.
They had an import, technically Ange Kwame.
Kwame,
People forget when Ange Kwame first came to Ateneo.
right.
He was very raw.
He was,
They had to mold that guy to
yeah,
what he was. And Ange Kwame is probably one of the best defensive imports that
yeah,
the Philippines has seen. That Gilas team that we created twice. They relied on a lot of ball movement. They relied
oh
on a
yeah,
lot of man movement.
mm,
They didn't play the same way that other Gilas teams played.
right,
That's the winning formula right there.
mm,
This is how we succeed as a national program. This is how they succeed as a league, PBA speaking.
mm,
Just be open to this kind of thinking.
right. The results speak for themselves with regards to how we beat Korea twice with that system, And you mentioned earlier that that the triangle offense being outdated, mainly because number one, they allow zone now in the
Mm.
they allow zone now in the NBA and the PBA. But we have seen the success of the 2014 Spurs with that similar system. And that's what kind of really gets my head scratching, is why aren't a lot of teams kind of adapt or embracing that type of ball movement, that we saw with the Spurs